and welcome to another video. In today's video, I am going to do my review on Infusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So it has lots of water effects and it is the first inverted roller coaster over water. And yeah, so do you want to get into it? Yeah, let's get into it. Infusion started as Traumatizer at Southport Pleasureland. So it was the exact same ride, just red and not over water. So if you have been on Infusion, you will recognise that kind of as Infusion. Kind of. Without the water or the water effects, it doesn't really look the same, but it is the same ride. But in 2006, Pleasureland in Southport closed down. So they moved Traumatizer to Blackpool Pleasure Beach to become, obviously, Infusion, where it still is today. So, let's talk about the ride then. It has a duration of 1 minute and 23 seconds, a speed of 50 miles per hour, and the type of roller coaster is a suspended looping coaster, or SLC, made by Vekoma. It is 111 feet and has 5 inversions. So yeah, that's quite good, 5 inversions. And has the standard length of any other SLC. It's like, I'm not sure. But it's a really, really good ride. So it has that loop there that you just saw, which I have no idea what it's called. And then here you go into a sidewinder loop there. Then you go into a couple of turns. And then you go into a double inline twist. So you go double inline twist. Then you do 2 turns and into the brakes. So it is quite short. But for what it is, it's amazing. And it's right next to the big one and all of that. It's kind of in its own area of the park. It's not like any of the other rides where you go over other ones. It feels like it's a completely separate area. Now, if you recognise where this is where Infusion is. But Infusion isn't there. There's a log flume. Now, this log flume, I'm not sure what it was called. I think it was called like log flume or something. I don't know. And it was just kind of your standard log flume, like the log flume Alton Towers, kind of. But over water, it has the standard log flume, kind of, same seats, 4 people. And all that. I think at a time it was the longest log flume in the world. But it wasn't for long because Alton Towers made the log flume. And that one was a bit longer than this one. And as you can see, you bump into other flumes in the station. That's funny, isn't it? Must hurt a bit, especially if you're sitting in the back of another one. So now let's talk about the seats on Infusion. They have the seat belts. If you've been on another SLC like Kumali at Flamingo Land, you'll know that the seat belts are quite clunky and a bit too big. So like when I was on it, I had my head back, and when the picture was being taken, when we looked at our picture, you couldn't even see me, the seatbelts are that big. And when you look, you see that the lift hill, is right next to the big one, and you're like, oh gosh, the big one's really tall. Then you look backwards, and you see the actual lift hill of big one, right there, and you're like, oh, the big one's even taller than this. And it's just like, you're getting good views of the big one. Like, really good views of the big one. And the Big Dipper and all that. And sometimes you could get wet. But I didn't get wet when I went on it, so yeah. And my dad, he got because your legs are dangling, because you're inverted, sometimes you feel like you're going to hit the supports with your legs. But you won't. Unless you're 2 metre 10. So you can't ride it if you're over 2 metre 10. Okay, so now let's just talk about the actual track, kind of. So as you can see, it is painted blue. Like, quite kind of light mixed with dark. And the seats are blue again, but if you look at it sometimes, they look a teeny bit purpley. And the track, it's just like your normal SLC track. There's no difference to any other SLC. Oh, and stay till next video to see the review on Revolution. Same at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and hope you enjoyed this video, because next video will be a review on Revolution. So, it's a great ride, let's say that. That's all you'll know. Until I say, do my review. Or if you look another review. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.